Welcome to this practice focusing on kinesthetic movement. And by that I mean movement that's led by our breath, movement that has a mindfulness about proprioception of how different places in our bodies stack over each other or move in relationship to each other. And just being aware of balancing out strength with flexibility. It's not about being perfect. It's about moving, exploring, and having fun. So let's start by closing our eyes and begin to do some cat-cow movements. Let the breath pull your chest forward, opening up space between your shoulders and the front body. And let your exhale round your spine, allowing your chin to roll inward. So we want to do this breathing back and forth through our nose. And find a nice, easy movement. Being aware of the feeling on our pelvis, the feeling of the spine moving back and forth, the feeling of the breath moving in and out. And finding a nice, gentle, easy flow. And come back to center. Lower your left ear toward your left shoulder. Push your right hand down into your knee, and then push your left hand down into your knee. So you're pressing both hands into your knees. And feel that nice shoulder stretch with your arms and legs under a little bit of tension from pushing down, and you can even lift your legs up into your hands. Just let the head move to where it wants to move. And relax your hands. Bring your left hand down, reach your right arm up and over. Inhale back to center. Lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. Press into your left hand, and then press into the right hand. Breathe here softly. You can gently press your legs up into your hands if you like. And relax your hands. Bring your right hand down, reach your left arm up and over. Nice big side stretch. Nice, come on up, back up to center. Interlace your fingers behind your back and roll your shoulders open as you lift your arms up. And release your arms, bring your arms up over your head. Cross your right wrist on top of the left wrist and interlace your fingers. Reach out through your hands and then roll your hands inwards and bow. Inhale, lift up, open up, cactus your arms. Reach your arms up, this time with the left wrist on top, left pinky to the outside. Reach up and back, and then roll in and down. Inhale, reach up again, open up. Exhale, release your hands, bring your hands behind your back again with the left pinky on the outside and reach your arms up and away. Nice, release your hands. Let's come onto our hands and knees in tabletop. Grip the mat with your hands and start to move your body around. Just with your eyes closed, just get into the movement. Again, letting your breath lead the way. And then we'll circle the shoulders. Reverse the direction of the circles. So keeping the elbows relatively straight. Stretch your left leg back and reach your left arm up and over your head. And pick your arm and leg up, bend your knee, reach your hand towards your knee, slide down your leg, and press your chest forward as you kick your foot back. Balancing these two actions. See if you can find a sense of harmony between the two. And bring your foot all the way forward into a low lunge, and bring your knee past your toes. Press the top of the back foot into the floor, and press your chest forward. You can rock a little bit from side to side. Then straighten your front leg. You can use blocks if you want, but do little cat-cow movements here in your runner stretch. Spread the toes as much as you can. And just find a nice, easy movement here. Bring your left hand to the inside of the left foot and open your knee out to the side. And just rock back and forth. Then pick your knee up, draw your knee up as high as you can. Externally rotate your hips, straighten your top leg. Shift your weight a little bit toward the left, towards the extended leg. And lower down. You can do some circles here, you can rock back and forth. Come back to center, bring your left leg up, keep it parallel to the floor, and reach your right arm up. This is like a baby half moon. So you can activate your right foot just as you would if you were in a standing half moon. Then reach your arm forward, lower your hand down, step back into downward facing dog. Begin to do some spinal waves here, moving back and forth. And lower your knees down. Stretch your right leg back and your right arm up and over. Lift up through your hips. And bring your knee in as you reach your hand to your knee. Grab a hold of your foot and press your chest forward as you kick your foot back. And a big opening here. And bring your foot all the way forward into a low lunge, pressing your knee past your toes. Activate your back foot. And you can gently rock a little bit from side to side. Then shift your weight back. And you can do some cat-cows here with your right leg extended. Step your foot forward again, lowering the front of the foot down, and open your knee out to the side, back and forth. Come back to center, pick your foot up, hug your knee in, open your knee out to the side, and straighten your leg. Maybe lean a little bit toward the right, and lower your foot down, begin to circle around. And shift your weight into your left side. Reach the right leg up and the right arm up. And activate your left foot. And you can even picture yourself balancing in your half moon. So keeping the top leg nice and strong. And lower your hand down, lower your knee down. Lift up and back. Downward facing dog. And roll forward and back. Press your hips way back. Press into your feet. Hug your legs in. Hug your arms in. So there's a movement toward the midline. And we're going to hop forward to our hands. Just doing the best you can so you can get a little movement going, a little bouncing action. And then hop forward. Turn and spin and face the long edge of your mat. Lower your knees and come onto your tip tops. We're going to hop back and forth across the mat. So bring your left hand down, reach your right arm up and across, and then bring your right hand down, shift your left hand down, and hop to the outside of your left hand. Bring the left hand out to the left, reach the right arm up and over. And come back to center. Again, hop. Off to the side. And you can try just various ways of taking a little side body stretch. And then the hands come like to the outside of your knee. You have to lean forward into your hands, push off your legs, and hop to the side. We'll do that a few more times. And just think of being playful, having fun, getting a little bit warmed up here. And we'll do one more time to each side. Maybe you find that it gets a little bit lighter, a little bit more graceful. This will be the last time. So we end back up where we started, and then spin your feet around, coming into a standing forward fold. Lift and spread all your toes. And then pick the whole front of your foot off the floor, but try and lean towards your toes. So you're really activating the tibialis anterior muscles, the front of the shins. Then with the toes spreading apart, lower the toes down, lift the heels up nice and high. And just go back and forth between lifting the front of the foot up, lifting the back of the foot up. And when your heels are down, roll to the outside edge of your feet. So you can feel a stretch in your ankles, both ankles. And then roll to the inside of your foot. So you're everting the ankles. And just go back and forth one more time. Maybe even lean a little bit to your right, then lean a little bit to your left. When you're everting the ankle, same thing. Lean a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. Then spread the toes down, press into the earth. Inhale, rise all the way up. Interlace your fingers, reach your palms up and reach your tailbone down. The more you press upward toward the sky, the closer your arms will come to your ears, to your head. And then pressing into your feet, lift your heels up. Keep reaching up toward the sky. Slowly lower down. And on your exhale, forward fold. Step back into plank. And slowly lower all the way down. Rise up, cobra. Open up here. And rock from side to side. Lower back down. Tuck your toes. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Hug your knee into your chest. Keep your knee and your foot high as you step forward into warrior one. Lower the back heel down. Isometrically drag your front hip forward and let your back hip come. Front hip back, back hip forward. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll the shoulders open and start to lift your arms away from your back. Keep rooting through the left heel and reaching forward through the right knee. And start to lean forward even more. Engage your glutes and then press off the back foot, floating your back leg up into warrior three. Slowly step back into warrior two, keeping your hands clasped together. Press into the floor and bow towards the inside of your front leg. Nice, release your hands. Spin your right foot to face the long edge of the mat. Begin to shift from side to side. If you want to go all the way down into a deep split, you can do that. Keep the legs nice and active. And you could press up And shift to the other side. Nice, come back to center. Pivot your right foot forward, press off the back foot, and come on into half moon. Keep the top leg nice and active. And reach back through the back toes, slowly lower down, coming into warrior two. Reach back, reverse your warrior. And spin your feet so you're facing the back of the mat in a crescent lunge with the back heel lifted. Reach forward and bring your right hand down so you're twisting towards your left leg, coming into revolved half moon. And slowly lower your back foot down. Come back up into your crescent lunge. Open up warrior two. Reach back, reverse your warrior. Spin around, coming into crescent lunge, and keep spinning so you come into a revolved crescent lunge. Reach your top arm back. Spin the back arm forward. Take a breath here, opening up. And lower down into downward facing dog. Notice how your body feels. It feels a little stronger, a little more open. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Squeeze your knee in tight, keep your foot high as you step forward into warrior one. Back heel goes down. Rise up. And just do little pulses here, just working your way into the fullness of this pose, the full potential. Maybe try squaring your hips a little bit more. Maybe lift the inner arches a little bit more. Bring your hands behind your back with the pinky finger of the left hand to the outside and reach your arms up and away. Start to lean forward and then let your back foot lift up and slowly float up into warrior three. If you fall, it's no big deal. And step back into warrior two. Turn to the inside of your front leg and bow over your leg. And release your hands. Step up into half moon pose. Open up here. Maybe gaze up toward the sky. Look down, reach back through your toes, coming into warrior two. Reach back, reverse your warrior. And spin your feet, coming into crescent lunge, facing the back of the mat. Lower your left hand down, coming into revolved half moon. And step back into crescent lunge, rise up. And spin around into warrior two. Reach back, reverse your warrior. Come back forward. Spin the back arm forward and twist to your left for revolved crescent. Reach back. And come all the way back forward again. And step back into downward facing dog. So we're going to see if we can step forward into tree pose. So you want to keep your knees in nice and tight as you step forward, and then as you lift up, you're pulling your knee up as you reach your torso up. So inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, hug your knee into your chest as you step forward. Hug the left knee in, pushing into your right foot. Rise up into your tree pose. Tailbone reaching down, heart reaching up. Then we'll come into half moon. So lower the right hand down, open up. Lower the tap hand down, coming into standing splits. You could play with holding your ankle with one hand, or even holding your ankle with both hands. Release your hands and step back, downward facing dog. So be aware of activating your core, hugging into the midline, and keeping your knee pushed into your chest, which makes it a lot easier to step forward into tree pose. So inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, hug in nice and tight. As you step forward, pull the right knee forward, pressing into your left foot, rise up, tree pose. Take a moment here. And lower your left hand down, coming into half moon. Nice, lower the top hand down, square your hips, standing splits. Walk back, play with holding your ankle. And step back, downward facing dog. Hop forward to your hands. And come on into a squat. Bring your elbows to the inner knees and press your elbows out as you hug your knees in. Getting nice and long here. And relax your knees, lower your hips down. Bring your legs together, coming into Navasana boat pose. And you could do some figure eights with your wrists. You could move your ankles around. And hug your knees into your chest and slowly roll down onto your back. Take one knee in each hand and circle. Circle your knees. Bring your feet down. Shift your hips to the right. Straighten the left leg on the ground and reach the right leg up in the air. Take your left hand, reach across your leg. Either grab your foot or your ankle or your shin. Open your right arm out to the side. Engage your glutes as you roll your right leg over to the left. Trying to keep that right shoulder down. Now you can lower this right foot a little bit if it's too much, keeping up. You could prop it up on a block or a blanket or a pillow. Or you might work on bringing it even further up. So you kind of, this is totally maxed out for me now. And actively twist your upper body to the right. You can stay here, or you could bend your left knee, hold your left foot with your right hand. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. From here, we're going to roll onto our back. So bend both knees, roll onto your back, stack the knees over each other, and you might want to center your hips on the mat. Press the outside of your foot into your hands and push your hands down so your legs are really active. And relax here. Lift your right elbow up and slide your right knee underneath. So you end up in a happy baby with your arms crossed. Try and flatten your back on the floor as much as possible. Bring your feet together, uncross your arms. Grab a hold of wherever you can on the back of your legs. And then shift your hips over to the left. Straighten your right leg on the ground. Reach your right hand across to the outside of your left leg. any place you can reach, actually, and twist slowly to your right. Twist the upper body back to the left and adjust the position of your left foot, your left leg. You might want to have it lower. You might be able to have it a little higher. If you want to bend your right knee, you could grab a hold of the right foot with your left hand. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. And slowly roll onto your back as you bend both knees, stacking your knees on each other, maybe adjusting your hips on the mat. Again, press the outer edges of your feet into your hands and pull down with your hands so your legs are toned and active. And let everything relax. Lift your left elbow up, slide the left knee underneath, the whole foot underneath, coming into happy baby with your arms crossed. Try and keep your back flat on the floor as much as you can. And you can always hold further up your legs. Bring your legs together, straighten the legs, release the cross of your wrists. Maybe give your feet just a little massage. Hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a big bear hug. And release your legs. And we'll stretch out for a short savasana, letting everything relax. Let your breath flow naturally. Breathing in and breathing out through your nose. Feel that sense of a deep surrender. You're welcome to stay in Savasana as long as you like. Otherwise, bend your knees, roll to your side, and roll up to a comfortable seat. Take a moment to close your eyes, let your hips settle into the earth, and let your spine elongate toward the sky. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I hope that you feel refreshed and balanced and with a sense of playfulness and maybe a little bit more aware of the placement of your arms over your knees over your feet, your hips over your knees, just how when we shift those relationships just a little bit, we can often find a balance that's a lot easier. So I would love to hear a comment from you. I would love it if you would like this video and pass it on to your friends. And see you again for another new class. Bye.